Alright, hello there. It's your boy, M. And it's been a while, actually, since I streamed. But it's a little late at night, so I might be a little bit more quiet than usual. But I really wanted to play the story because I haven't gotten too far into stuff. Wait, hold on. What was that? Oh, okay, never mind. It's something important. Man, I'm banned for Twitter right now. Let's see. But nothing too crazy happened. Let's see. So both of them went to Northwich. Both Mash and Ritsika's group went to Northwich. Mash got there, but they got there relatively safely, pretty easily. Ritsika's group actually had a little bit more difficulty because they had to cross a bridge. In this bridge, we had to cross a water, which they do a really funny joke about them having these like nymphs that are trying to like present gifts to get them to jump into the water. It's actually really funny seeing them. I'm sad I wasn't able to show it, but like, yeah, it's a very goofy scene of them being very much goofballs. One of the things that we do learn about this that's important is that we learn that babies don't exist here. Like, because at the point where basically after feeding the nymphs, they talk about like how they're missing something important, and we learn the fact that in proper human history, these nymphs actually wanted to have like babies, like little children. But when Autoria and the other like people who were there heard about this, they scratched their head and being like, "What's a baby?" So they reached a revelation that even the humans here don't have babies properly. Like they don't have it through the like actual like normal way to do it. Also, Gareth, Gareth of the Round Table is also here with us now. She, not is she? It's hinted she has the exact same name, but like it's hinted that she's like some fairy who used to live here or something. She's apparently supposed to be kind of some kind of resident of this place. Maybe it's some kind of like Fey version of her or something. But yeah, she's here now. Let me turn this up a little bit more. So yeah, she's here. She's a big fan of Autoria, and she wants to be like her lead, not leader, but like she wants to follow her as like a disciple. What else? What else did I miss? Let's see. From there, what else? What else? What else? Oh, wait, I gotta do something real quick. Okay, let's see. What was I saying? From there, let's see. Richard and the group, you know, they jumped the bridge that's broken after doing that whole trial with the nymphs. The red carrot, oh sorry, red heron. The horse had to go around. They're gonna meet up in Northwich. So they didn't get to arrive to Northwich. They kind of explore around a little bit, trying to get some information here and there. Nothing really too much happens. And then they actually run into Mash, and apparently Mash is being welcomed as like kind of like as a hero here. And Rishika, you know, being Rishika, kind of runs up to Mash trying to greet her, but Mash doesn't recognize him. He gets pulled back by some of the forces that are currently here, or the head fairy of Northwich. And well, they get separated, and one of the kind of things that happens is that Mash starts to cry but doesn't realize why she's doing it. And that's kind of where I left off. So we're gonna start it now because it feels like this is gonna be a very heavy story like chapter. Oh, also at some point they literally get the head fairy who was here. What did they say? They mentioned that Mash is being invited to Camelot, and that so does the Master, so they send like the guards after him. That's where we left off. Okay. Damn it! Here comes another wave. One more square around M. Ugh. Oh gosh, my back. Don't get caught alone, or they'll pick us off one by one. Right, that makes sense. They're definitely stronger than I am. I'll say, they might be not as bad as the soldiers of Olympus, but they're still ridiculously tough. Guess that's fairies for you. Okay, let's try a flash bomb spell. Alright, I used that at Nyx. Just never gonna beat the fucking pipe on allegations. Now they're trying to pin us back from both sides. Good. These MPs must have heard a commotion. You there. Cut off their escape routes. It's over for you. Prepare to feel the wrath of Lord Spirit. Huh? You're right. It is over for you. This area belongs to the Northwich Merchant Association. Lord Spurgeon's private armies have no authority here. You're the ones breaking the law. Why you? Who do you think you are? What firm do you belong to, huh? We're part of the privatization military formed by every single firm that was reinstated to help deal with the calamity pool. Our financier is the Count. Need I say more? You got the Count backing you? Ugh, damn it. Fine. We'll take our leave now. But this isn't over, MP. Mark my words. Huh. It's great that they took their injured ones and left, but yeah, you guys are the Northwich soldiers too, right? Why'd you help us? We don't know why you were giving these orders either. All we know is that you, me, and me. That's right. And the Count asked us to extend a hand to an invitation to his mansion. And any friends of the Count's is a friend of ours. We hope that you'll pay them a visit if you have the time. He says that he would like to give you all a warm welcome as the true saviors of Northwich. And I can assure you, Count Pepperone is the man of his word. Is a man of his word. Huh? Count Pepperone. Pepperone. Oh, it was me, hun. Oh, long time no see, Imp. Ah, another Nightcrawler. Whoa, hang on. Oh my, what is this? You're already padding along two new cuties since the last time I saw you? My goodness, fate loves you, huh, hun? Now, you got local girls falling all over you as well as Mashy. Oh, if it isn't, Perona... Gosh, this name I can never get. Peperoncillo. You really made a name for yourself here, huh? I almost didn't recognize... what am I saying? I'm not some starved crow. Of course I recognize you. Only difference is that you're seething even more now. Huh? You know this man too, Masrana? Maybe you can introduce me then. Oh. So he's got Masrama and another beautiful man with him too. Who is that, I wonder? Okay, once I could type on Twitter again, I'm so gonna tweet out some stuff. Oh yeah, I'm banned from Twitter. Not banned for Twitter, but like just put on timeout because I didn't like what the Supreme Court did today. Apparently I can't tell them to go choke on a dick on Twitter, but I guess I have to be more creative with my language. Anyway. I'm sorry I haven't introduced myself yet. Haven't I? I am Count Peron, the fabulous, charismatic designer who's arrived here in Fey Britain like a comet and built a brand to rival the Knocker company in only a month. I hope I can let bygones be bygones and focus more on the here and now, Mashrami, and... Oh, and you are? I see, so you're Count Pepperon. It's an honor to meet you. I'm Orion, the Fairy King, a servant of proper human history side. Oh my, Orion, from a midsummer night dream. Ooh, how wonderful. You're just like I always imagined you. I think you and I are gonna get along swimmingly. Just look at how similar our names are, Pepperon. Orion. It's like we got talent running into our very veins. Do you really know this person, Emp? He doesn't seem like an ordinary person in multiple ways. Yeah, Pepe's a great guy. What an honor that you trust me so much, Emp. Okay, I'll start with my story. After all, I'm sure you must be on edge of your ears wondering how I'm here in Fey Britain, and how I came into possession of such a fabulous mansion. No, not really. You came here to kill Barrett in revenge for what he did to Chris Shanchoff, right? You've been here a month or two ahead of you were right a month or two ahead of us around the time we were dealing with Lobo's nonsense. Then you use your knowledge of proper human history to give yourself an edge as a designer. And now you're on the higher end of your own success and have everyone call you Count Pepperon. Sounds about right, Em? I don't think I've ever seen Da Vinci so furious. Oh, thanks for stealing my thunder there, Da Vinci. You're a huge help. I'm surprised you nailed the Burle angle, too. Do I really seem like the caring type? I guess I do. I'm not quite sure how to feel about it. Well, gosh. All that trust you have in me is going to make life hard for me as a cipher. Oh, you're still counting yourself as one of those? Krishan's already cut ties with the foreign god, or rather, showed that he wasn't really on her side to begin with. And since you were always on Krishan's side, I thought you would have given up being a cipher back at Olympus. I'm afraid it's not that simple. Besides, Daybreak is still out there. Daybreak. Daybits. Anyways, this whole thing, I'm not doing this for Wooly. Would I'm. Christian's Wood I'm doing it for me. As a member of Team A, I feel it's my duty to tie up all those loose ends. Is that a gunshot? I think it's just a firework. How about you? On another note, how was your battle with Christian Woody? It's not Woody. I want to say Woody, but it's not. Woodime. How was your battle with Woodime, Imp? Was it fun? Or was it grueling? Oh, if it was a really... Oh, really? Krishna was a hell of a master. I see. Okay, now I want to hear all about you guys. What can you tell me about the current situation in Chaldea? I see. So there's another threat to the outside to the world besides the bleached Earth phenomenon. And you came here to stop this collapse? Yep, that tracks. Not really the kind of thing you just turn your back on. Sure, sounds like things just didn't go the way you so well after you made land through. So that's why Mashi isn't with you. Amp and Mashi and I all end up taking different routes out of the nameless woods. Mash somehow end up in the north, some of the fairies think she's a child of prophecy now. Do you think anything about how do you know anything about how that happened, Count Pepperon? No, I don't. I didn't even know people thought Mashi was a child of prophecy until you told me. But I do know she's definitely not the child of prophecy. For one thing, she's not even Fae. Exactly. The only real child of prophecy is Alteria. Exception and except no substitutes. I don't think that you need to be that insistent about it, Gareth. No, she's right. You are the child of prophecy. You did come with Emperor. I've heard I've seen prophecies too. You got the staff of selection and you're traveling with a visitor from a foreign land. That right there is that right there says it all. You're this land saver, no doubt about it. And if the fact that you match the prophecy perfectly wasn't enough, there's also your soul's aura. That alone tells me everything I need to know. So chin up, Altoria. You're stronger than you think. Thank you, Count Pepperon. That said, are you sure it's a good idea to talk about proper human history in front of Altair and Gareth? Or does Chaja just not care about the secrecy like they used to? I know, Gordy definitely is not going to be happy about this when he finds out. But our master insisted on at least coming cleaning up about our objective. Oh my, how decent of you. But aren't you worried that might arouse suspicions? These Fays will think you're crazy if you go around talking about proper human history here, you know. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We have no idea what he's talking about anyway. Likewise. But that's okay. Whatever he's trying to do here, we can tell it means a lot to him. Oh my, what wonderful companions you have here. You are so very lucky. I'm jealous even. This world full of strong people, smart ones too. But the only way you get dependable friends like that is to live a life of integrity. The only friends I attach are just as selfish as I am. That's not true, Count. Those soldiers who brought us here didn't just respect you for your money, they generally trust you. You're not nearly as awful as a person as you like to make yourself out to be. You think so? Okay, move along. Count, do you mind if I ask you something? Not at all, hon. I'm always thrilled to answer any question a Prince Charming like yourself might have for me. We need to know more about what's going on with Northwich and Spriggan. Why aren't the Fays who living here evacuating? What does Spriggan plans to do when this calamity finally hits? Can you tell us about anything on the subject? Oh, that's easy, Oberon. One reason that Northwich fairies aren't evacuating is that they don't fear death as much as we do. But the biggest one has to do with their job and the land. You already know how much fairies care about their purpose. Well, the fairies of Northwich, their purpose is their job. So they just can't give it up and look up for another thing. On top of that, they're also being held back by psychological shackles. You see, Spriggan actually sold the Northwich land right before this dark cloud showed up above. You see, back when he stole Northwich out from under the previous lord, Borat and all the Fae who owned this land were banished to the north. And Spriggan claimed all the land for himself. For a long time, every smith in Norwich rented the land they needed to play their trade. But now, at long last, the land was put up to sale and the fairies all worked together to buy it for themselves. That includes fairies Spriggan had been exploiting all this time. The Fae who sold everything they had so they can finally afford their own land. Things were much happier in Northwich at that, but then the calamity pool showed up in the sky, huh? So these fairies won't leave Northwich because they finally have their own piece of land. I can't believe this is all about property taxes. I believe it. To a smith, the forge is more important than life. They could never leave it, no matter how scared they might be of the Calamity Pool. I can't believe this entire I can't believe this entire part is going to be about landlords. Is that why you were putting your security details together? Because you didn't think Spriggan's soldiers alone would be enough? No, Spriggan's army has no intention of keeping Northwich safe. If anything, he wants the Calamity to get here. I expect he likes nothing more than to get rid of all the fairies in the buildings for him. I see, so he can null out this contract. Ah, now I get it. He's a land shark. Let's go. I knew it. He's a landlord. Let's kill him. This is a joke. Don't actually do that. Don't we do what happened here on the last time I streamed Metal Gear Acid. Don't do what happened in that stream on that day. That thing that happened in Japan. Anyway. That's right. It makes sense since you have some experience with this kind of stuff, huh, Maserame? Spriggan might never meant to give up this land. He knew the Calamity would be coming. It's right there in the prophecy, after all. The part about disaster befalling a city of iron and soot. So first, he sold the land to the fairies at a high price. And then, once the Calamity comes and effectively leaves all of Northwich vacant, he buys it back for a steal. Northwich inheritance tax is stupidly expensive, and the next generation fairies could never hope to pay it. This way, Spriggan gets both the money for the land and the rights to redevelop it however he likes. Two birds in one stone, and he doesn't even have to throw it himself. The only other part you find a fairy that devious is improper human history. Are you kidding me? That's even more horrible than anything that any fairy does and proper human history is done. I knew Spriggan was shameless, but I had no idea he was that awful. So, that's why the fairies here are still living their lives as usual. No, it's not that. They don't have any other choice. After all, if they leave, they'll be broken and unable to pay next year's existence tax. I knew it was strange. Why would there be fairies who cared about the well-beings of their human servants here? The Calamity will kill humans too. Now I see, those fairies probably want to run away, but they can't bring themselves to actually do it. Hold on, you say Spriggan has no intention of keeping Northwich safe, right? So then, what is he trying to do with Mash? Oh, you don't have to worry about her. She has as much energy as a Timlin. There's no way Spriggan can do anything to stop her. At best, he could just stall her by entertaining her in his castle. No, the real problem is we no longer have a way to see her again. Oh, right. If Spriggan only cares about saving his own inner circle, he'll never let the child of prophecy leave the castle. The second he lets her talk to fairies in town, Mash figure out what's gonna go on. If Mash won't come to us, we'll just have to come to her. This means we're gonna have to sneak into her castle. I would recommend that. Spriggan's castle is the most heavily guarded place in all of Britain. Not even Not even actual Camelot? It's commonly known as the Vault Castle, like Spriggan's anti-personality comes to architectural life. If they haul up in there, not even a Timlin would have an easy time breaking herself out. I know there's nothing you could do about it, but you really shouldn't let Mashi go with him. The only way we'd be able to see her again is if she leaves the castle on her own accord. That's great. Berserker. Why am I finding Berserker? Wait, am I?
落ち着いて普段通りに
切るぜ調子は悪くねえな
Might as well.
やることは変わらねえよ 切るぜ。真髄解明。
Oh, wait, hold on. I just realized I'm bumping accidentally into the wire. Do that, 'cause that's gonna be like a bumping sound. I'm not gonna like. Shoot, that did not actually get the MP getting anymore. Okay. Alright, come on, Muramasa.
品だ。切る先行く。そこに至るはあまたの剣さん。気づきに気づいた刀塚。八重垣作るは戦時の刃。
Oops.
ただ成仏していきな。
Sorry, I'm streaming this like a lot later than I usually do. Plus, this time I don't have like the really hot heat. Actually,
いけないぞ。
あの辺りか。
sounds so fucking awful.
ここで
I luckily I don't have the heat to actually like let me be a little bit more awake. It's starting to get. Well, I have the air conditioner on. That's actually letting me like not die from the heat because like shit was like. It was like in the 80s. Okay, you know what? I need to get her attack key up, and let's see. Be nice if Muramasa could actually do her MP. Oh wait, shit! I hit the wrong one. I was supposed to hit that one too. Totally forgot, fuck.
あの辺りか。先行く。
ワンリミット参ります。
Oh damn, that would have actually, it would have been better to actually let it go first, because it actually would have killed. Fuck. No, Muramasa will at least kill.
真髄解明。完成理念収束。鍛造技法委員会。これが俺のつむかい村正だ。こんなところか。ま、神様がいなけりゃいねえで別になんともな。
That's right, it's about to be July. That means I don't have much time to actually roll for the one Timlin I'm actually missing. Little albino dragon girl. Okay, that's that. Now I have a much better idea what you're all capable of. Whoa. So those are must be the most famous Northwich treasure golems I've been hearing about. They really do run on pixie dust. Great job, team. I was wondering what was going on about when you suddenly asked if we wanted to exercise. But not only did that turn out to be not only did things turn out to be pushovers, they were loaded with treasures. Is it okay if we keep these spoils of war for ourselves, right, Count? Of course, the child of prophet. Of course, the pride of shouting has gotta live in style. I know, right? Thanks, Count. Come on, Altair, Emp, let's go back to Norfolk and spend all this, some of this money. I heard they also make like this watermelon flavor like Jello here, for like, that's like to die for. Watame? What are? Watame? What? I feel like this is a joke that like got lost in translation. I have to pass. I have to pass for now, or at least until Muramasa taste tests it for me. Huh? What are my flower sweets? What? Do they sparkle sugar on seaweeds or something? I mean, I ain't gonna turn it down. I just rather have plain old Jello. It looks like all the tension that was building up when we first heard about the deal if Northwich has swept away nicely. I'm impressed, Count. You figured out a way to help us relax and got a handle on our own abilities all at the same time. Who? Me? I was just pulling out some grunt work. You guys saved me the trouble of taking out those goings myself. You really shouldn't be too quick to judge me, Da Vinci. Like I said, I'm still a cipher. Once this business with Burley is taken care of, I'll be going back to being your enemy. A cipher, huh? Your real name was Moyoretan Aru, right? According to Caldea's database? According to Caldea's database, you were doing dirty work for the Mage Society when Murback discovered you. Then he assigned you to Chaldea after transferring you to the astromancy department. And that all lines up with what you told us in India too, but that's as far back as your records go. But you helped us both in India and the Olympics, and it looks like you were going to help us here too. Would it be too presumptuous to say I consider you as an ally? And I'd love to know more about what makes you tick. Oh, whoa! That hit me like a thunderbolt, hun. Like a bolt of lightning, hun. You really are a genius to come up with a line like that. Really? Was it that good? I never hit on anyone before. So that's good to know. Oh yes, hun. Delightly. Oh yes, darling. It was simply wonderful. After all, you said it was for me, not for Chaldea. Alright, it's not a very fun story. But if you really want to hear all about it, how can I refuse now? So, you want to know what happened back when I was still went by Muriel Rent? You want to know what kind of person I really am? Well, you probably have a good idea already from the kind of work I did for the clock tower. My family comes from a long line of Shintodoji practitioners, specifically the Tendoi, the Way of Tengu. It's a section of the I'm gonna butcher this so much. The Shugendo, whose ultimate goal is to have its practitioners, refer as the fallen and corrupt Tengu, arrive in hell. What? I was good enough at it that everyone used to fawn over me. But well, me being me, it was no surprise to eventually decide to expel me. So once my family stopped being my family, I tied up a few loose ends and put Japan behind me. By which you mean, I killed my entire family and the section, yes. So there's no one alive who knows your past. That would explain why there's no records of it. So why'd you do that anyway? Kept it just because I thought it would be for the best. The Murrent family was a first gen of Hojutsu-shi. A founder managed to form a connection to Santa Karama on Mount Kurama after he fell to Tengodo. But his descendants weren't so lucky. They had to undergo long, intensive training to make their bodies superhuman without the power of Kumara. In some ways, it's similar to how Muramasa lived. You practically kill yourself trying to come up with a special circuit, body really. And you can never pass it along to anyone else before you die. That part, I don't have a problem with though. The real problem was how they went about growing the clan. I was a direct descendant from the founder, so I was born and raised on Mount Kurama. But all the other children were kids that they abducted from around the foothills. In ancient times, child mortality rates used to be much higher than now. So back then, it was easier to get away with kidnapping the occasional kid to raise their own, but not now. Plus, if the kids could keep couldn't keep up with the training, they'll be abandoned on the mountains. And if they persevered, the only thing waiting for them was a fall from grace into hell. If messing with people's destiny wasn't bad enough on its own, the fact that the only choice they replaced it was with death or disgraced Tengu made it worse. Any group that would keep doing something like that is irredeemable. So, when I decided to leave the mountain, I killed them all first. Even though they were your family? Because they were my family. I wouldn't have cared if they were had they been strangers. But since they were my family, it was my responsibility to make sure they would never ruin another child's life. I'm very sentimental, but yeah, I could be a bit of a clean freak. That's why I chose to make a clean break with my family instead of sticking with them. Basically, I'm a no-good scumbag who rather keep things nice and tidy than under my cipher obligations. That's probably why I've been helping you guys too. Well, are you convinced? Yep. It turns out you're much stronger than I was giving you credit for. By the way, purely out of curiosity, how talented were you exactly? Well, if Mururen Hojutsu was captured, could acquire one of the 6 Buddhist powers known as Rankaku in 100 years. That's enough for them to be officially be considered a Tengu. I mastered 3 of them by the time I turned 10. Jinsaku, the power to run at superhuman speed. Tenshiku, the power to read human people's minds. And Rojinsu, the power to know how long I'll live and what fate will be. You can't blame them for thinking I'll be some kind of prodigy. Oh, this is embarrassing. Now you know just how cruel I've been ever since I was born. Don't tell the others about this, okay? I like to keep this our little secret. Oh, that's an interesting story. He's the reverse Sasuke. I guess he's technically Itachi at this point, but just without the secret, they were actually, just with the whole angle of I did it for power or I did it because they would start a war. Just entirely, nah, they were piece of shits. Man, I'm so glad Count Pepperon was so gracious. That's the first. Oh. There's a gourmet, and that was the first full course meal I've gotten to eat in the 26 days since we first got to Favorite. It's been 26 days? Holy shit. Huh? Don't you mean 16 days? I suspected since we left Salberry, we might be on a different page there. Okay, this seems like a good time as any to clear this up, so go ahead and do that. You probably feel as soon you've spent 10 days fewer in Favorite than you actually have. That's because you were subconscious for 10 days after you passed out in the Nameless Woods. And the reason I know that is because you guys showed up at Mike's establishment about 10 days after I stopped working there. Anyway, it's getting pretty late. I know we have a lot to think about for now, but we should make sure we're well rested for tomorrow. We can split up the teams in 2 in the morning, and by then, it should be pretty clear whether or not we ought to focus on scouting out Spriggan's Vault Castle or investigating the Calamity Pool. Okay, good night, Amp. Take advantage of the private room the Count gave you to get plenty of rest, okay? I want to go on a date with Altair. Damn it. That's not the one I wanted. Oh, hello. Going out for another recon run? I'm not cut out for combat like you guys, so I need to at least keep an eye on, close eye on things. You're turning in for the night, right? You deserve to enjoy a real bed after camping out for so long. Now that we have one, but now that we have not one but two Childs of Prophecies here in Northwich, there's no chance Morgan's sitting idly by. So I thought I would go ahead and see what's happening in Camelot. At least the best I can. Don't worry, I'll be back by morning. See you lit. Oh, second thoughts. I'm just gonna ask you, are you okay? Do I not seem okay? I thought you would be insisting we would go head to the Vault Castle immediately after you're talking about Sprigging and Mash. And you didn't say anything. You stuck to the same priorities we've been following so far. I'm sure you want nothing more to go after her, but as the Master of Chaldea, you decided to stay the course. It was the right call, but seeing the fat face you made, I still couldn't help but worry about you. It's like you said, I should trust her and not worry about her. I'm just following your advice to trust her instead of worry about her. No, I did say that, but damn it, why did I have to go say that back then? Only I knew they'd be reunited so soon. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Anyway, let me just say this. Mash said she still hasn't recovered her memories since leaving the Nightleaf Woods, right? Well, I'm afraid Da Vinci's theory was right. If someone else forgets their name in Nameless Woods, is given a stronger role, that is a new self. Then that is a new self that they had before their lost memories. They might not be able to return to who they once were. I don't know how Mash ended up taking on the role of the Child of Prophecy herself. But did the Mash you know have a role that could possibly surpass it? A role bigger than the responsibility of the fate of the world? With everyone's hopes and dreams on her shoulder? Exactly, it's hard to imagine she did, which means the Mash you're looking for is gone. We all need one Child of Prophecy to uncover Fate Britain's secrets, and we already have Altair for that. So I have to ask you, do you still have concerns with yourself with Mash? Even though she may never remember you back, or go back to being the Mash you knew. Oh shit, that's heavy. Never mind, it's obvious you do. Sorry for wasting your time. I certainly should have known better to ask. Anyway, I'll be happy to lend you my full support. Anything you want to know about the state of the world, I'll learn it for you. Let's go, Viper. Speedsters out. It's kind of a heavy thing just to drop on someone and just fucking dip out, don't you think? Like, dog, you were definitely just rubbing the salt in the wound right there. Good morning, honey buns. Everyone sleep well? The Riz has nothing on this place. Right? Believe me, I have very high standards about my interior design choice. But what's this Riz place you were talking about? I had so much going on, I've never even heard about it. Okay, but before we have breakfast, there's something important we should talk about. For my part, I wanted to ask you something about Northwich security. But if you have a report you'd like to make, Oberon, please, go right ahead. Thank you, Count. That's very considerate of you. Last night I did a bit of scouting at Norwich and Camelot. Rain clouds, that is the Calamity Pool above Northwich, is picking up steam, figuratively speaking. It's swirling around faster, and I could sense an incredible amount of magical energy I couldn't before. If magical energy was where, say, gasoline, there could be enough to burn Northwich to the ground. He's right. As of this morning, those rain counts had enough magical energy to rival a gigantic reaction. Exactly how big of a reaction we're talking about here? Is it like the ones from the Olympic machine gods used? No, but it does contain enough energy to power all of Kandea for 2 months. That's enough for a singularity repair shift. Serve all servants. Whoa, you count days really are something, huh? I can't believe you got through that much magical energy in just only 2 months. Anyway, suffice to say, the situation in Northwich is much worse than it was yesterday, and all the townspeople are on edge too. As for Camelot, fortunately, there was nothing major to report. Their only trips to port was a squad of about 20 soldiers sent to hunt morgues. No signs of any kind of large-scale deployment. Let's see. The only other Northwind thing I saw was the Queen sitting in the empty room all night. That must mean Spriggan hasn't told her about MASH, the Child of Prophecy, yet. Definitely not. Spriggan's greed is working for us there. Even through his counting on the Calamity, he also wants to make sure his vault castle stays safe. He's got years worth of loot stored there, and he wouldn't want to risk any of it. For all his big talk about how the Calamity could never destroy it, he sure is eager for some kind of assurance. That's why he brought Mass there, so he could make the Child of Prophecy at least protect his castle. Unbelievable. What kind of clan hater does that? The rich. I can't believe he's I can't believe we're getting like shit about landlords and the rich here. Kind of funny. I just hope he gets what's coming to him someday. Eat the rich. Agreed. That's just another reason we need to keep Northwich safe. The worst possible outcome here is the Northwich remains intact. At least as far as he's concerned. Just imagine what would happen if an incredibly unpopular lord who fails to take back his land once next year rolls around. Oh, yeah, good point. Anyway, that's all for my report. Sorry, I couldn't contribute more. Don't be silly, that's pretty useful information. Now that we know the Queen Army isn't heading here, we can focus on an investigation that rain cloud up in Count Perron. We have an emergency. Large masses of Moors are advancing on the resident district from the ocean. There's more than 10,000 of them. The calamity has began. Oh, that sucks. Those of you at home, stay inside. Don't come outside, or the Moors will get you. Those of you out of homes, run for shelters. Hurry. Damn it, there's no end of them. Where are they coming from? Ah, stay back. Get away from me. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Eh. There's more over here. Help. Save me. No, 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 no. No, please. Just get me out of here. Just. No, it hurts. It hurts. Oh, fuck. Oh, gosh. Oh, oh, that was meaty. What the hell? Did that Moor just eat a fairy and crow? Never heard anything like that before. If this is part of the new calamity, then... Oh, someone! Contact the Count. Tell him we can't hold them back. He needs to give orders to retreat. These Moors can grow by eating fairies. Human soldiers alone won't be able to stop them. Hurry. It might be too late for the North District, but there's still some time to evacuate the South. That's the whole message from the captain. Please, Count, we need to evacuate now. I see. Here, I thought we had a little more time to chat. Ah, s'il vous plaît, no? These things always seem to happen when you most desperately want them not to. Count? Don't worry, I haven't lost my mind. There's no point in telling people to evacuate the city. The Spriggan soldiers have shut the gate, remember? They want the local fairies dead. No. Just take them to the shelter to set up instead. That includes the MP fairies as well. In the meantime, I'd like you human soldiers to keep the civilians safe and hold back the morgues coming in from the harbor as best you can. And remember, the people's safeties come first. That includes all of you. Whatever you do, don't try to fight the morgues yourself. But someone has to defeat them, or the shelter will. Yes, I know. Which is why these people will come in, right? Child of Prophecies and Company. Right, we'll handle them. Oh, then you really are the Child of Prophecy. You look a little more ordinary than expected, but I like it. Thanks for your honesty. Hold on. What are you sure about this? These are morgues we're talking about. There's no way fairies can beat them. I can't even begin to imagine how we win. I think we should retreat for now and assess the situation. Oh, I'm surprised to hear that from you, Gaeth. You're usually so brave. Yeah, the morgues may be fairies' natural predators, but that doesn't mean we can't win again. We aren't so helpless against them. But there we have Maserame, Da Vinci backing her up, and having his summons. And I'd say that's enough to fend off for at least some of them. Isn't that right, Altair? You did come to Northwood to save it, didn't you? No matter the nature of the calamity, you have to face it for your story to truly begin. Yes, of course. Don't worry about that. I can do this. Besides, the morgue doesn't have any effect on me. I can touch them, no problem. Really? Well then, yeah, this can work. And then it's settled. Get to the main street and hold the morgues in the South District. I'll go with you too, but I need to stay here so I can command and supervise. If you come back for an hour, I can get everyone in the South District to safety. Let's go out here. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I knew I shouldn't have come back to check up on the store. I knew I shouldn't have checked on the field when I knew a big storm was coming. Aw, oh, man, I'm completely surrounded. Aw, oh, geez, Rick. It's just a matter of time before they found me, Rick. Someone help me, please, all savior, or Lord Ascon. I'm just some humble fairy who was making shoes in Northwood since my great predecessor times. Be a legend or two about how you once made shoes for, like, Lady Edric. Please, don't let me die here. Why is Moore so terrifying? Come over here, Copper in trouble. Stay where you are. I'm gonna take care of these Moors right now. Oh, interesting. I am not able to select anything else. Well, Castor, get in here. First of all, how far are you? Okay, you're a good amount. What am I gonna do? What can I do? It's not gonna. Okay. Yeah, let's just pop up Moria. Let's just pop off Morgan right here. Might as well just do it. I want to hear the music at least. Okay. interesting. Wait, did I just get health back? I was not paying attention for a second there. Okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, that's... Oh, okay, I guess it was... They were expecting me to not have a berserker on this, I guess. Oh, well, that's perfect. It's dead. Win. Let's go.
それは絶えずにた滅びの最果てにありながらトリバース妖物キャメル逃がすものか潰れなさ
Easy clap.
多くの何を喜んでいるのか
Didn't even break a sweat.
私が出たのです勝利は約束されていたはずです
I think I almost have enough to actually max out one of your skills. I think Vargas is... I think... Wait, does Vargas finally have enough? Because I need a bunch of bells in order to actually, like, finish leveling up Vargas, I believe. No, okay. No, okay, I need 4 more. Oh, sweet, again. Okay, I want XP. EE. Okay. Now, get to the count's shelter. Hurry. I'm safe. Thank you, Fairy with staff. Yeah, you got pretty good eyesight, right? Can you make out what's happening in the harbor right here, from here? Huh? Yeah, I can. There's a huge group of monsters heading this way. I'm counting 30, 60. No, more than 100. Wait, half of them are going off that way. You mean to the North District? Forget it. You saw how strong those Morns are. We can't possibly save everyone. If every one of us fall here, we're all dead meat. Don't you get that? Even so... You really don't know when to give up, do you? Alright, fine. Use a command seal on me. Might put on a commission for a while, might put me on a commission, once this is over, but with a power-up, I have to be able to hold my ground for my own for at least a while. It's not how I choose to finish this job, but damn sight better than all those biting the dust cans you can't make up your damn mind. Huh? Hold on, you can't just... Don't worry about that. There's no need for that. Take a look at that dust cloud over at the north. Huh? It's the other child of prophecy. It's the one in black armor. She jumped out of the bell's tower. She jumped out of the castle's bell tower and is tearing into the morgues. Whoa, she's amazing. Huh? There's someone else with her. But they're less impressive. They're totally holding their own though. Through it looks like they can stop. They can stop the morgues on their own way. On their own there. It's Mash. That's my girl. Indeed, I guess Brigand couldn't talk her into staying in the castle. If she handles the North District on her own, then all we have to do is worry about the South. This is it, everyone. It's time for us to keep Northwich safe. Yeah. There's no way I'm gonna let the other Child of Prophecy outdo us over here. We're gonna show her why Altair is the real Child of Prophecy. Our defense line won't move an inch. You could do it, Altair. It's great. You're fantastic. I love you. No, it's... I probably should have put BD up there, because BD could just pretty easily just blew the shit out of Avengers. Oh, wait. God. That's not great. Okay.
しましょう。
No, that's better. Okay. Okay, that should kill. I think that should clear them all. Because at the very least, Vargas should be able to crit them afterwards and followed by Morgan's crit.
通るにあたわず。
Uh oh, never mind. Morgan just said fuck that. Okay, hold on. Okay.
さてどこから潰したものか。早炊きです。カレーよ。
It's starting to leak fireworks. I guess they're still doing that.
この剣にかけて。
Alright, that should take care of that.
私がいい羽を背けないで。あれ触覚。どうして。
Okay, cool. Oh, damn. Damn, I didn't have any kind of burn damage on it. Here. Okay. No, Morgan, don't die. Just because you're gonna have your MP pretty soon.
目を背けないように。内側。
That did not get the crits. Also, Morgan's literally gonna die. Yeah, Morgan's gonna die. Great. Unless I do that. Morgan. I just need one crit. I think it's gonna die. Especially since Varga has pretty much all her. No, that's close. Vargas has all her. Oh. Dude, have all her skills on her selective. Okay, there we go. Now we get to go see what Mash is doing. Yippee! No one died. Yippee! Spawn up. Bird up. Dun dun dun. Gosh, I missed watching the Eric Andre show. That was fun. That was a fun show on Adult Swim. How many is that? And how many of these things are still there anyway? I stopped counting around after 50. How's things over there? I'm starting to feel pretty worn out myself. I can't keep going. Emp, hang in there. Deep breaths. You've been overusing your mouse code. You literally can't condense any more of your life force into magical energy. Stand back. Take a break. Make sure you use the vital polio right away. Understood. Another group of Morts is heading this way. From the harbor. No. Wait. There's more than 100 of them. No way. We can't keep this up. How are we on time, Da Vinci? We're all good there. It's been exactly an hour, and all the locals made it out. Come on. It's time for us to head back to the shelter, too. Huh? Wait. Those aren't morgues. They're fairies. All the fairies have been harrowing out in the indoors. Why are they coming out this way? It'll be safer if they stay in What is that? Gareth. Oh, fuck. Gareth. It's okay, she's not hurt. She just got sick for looking directly at that. It's not like this thing has induced some kind of mental apparition on Phase. Now all the figures that were hiding in the disper are running this way, scared out of their minds. Crap. there's nearly not enough room for all of them in the shelter. Never mind that, shelter. If that thing makes land, it'll destroy the entire city. You mean it moves? No, right. Of course it moves. How else would it show up in the first place? Does that mean that thing is a calamity? Even if it is, then what about the rain clouds? Questions can wait. Da Vinci, Altair, Emperor, what do you want to do? I know I said we could abandon the North earlier, but that's no longer an option. We can either stay here and disappear along with Northwich, or we can save our own sins. It's one or the other, which will be. Not too late to make our escape. Remember, your job is to get rid of the calamities. Protecting Northwich is just a bonus. Keep that in mind when you make your choice. Even I know we can't beat that thing now. I know how you feel, but we gotta make a run for it. We can't possibly beat that thing right now. Once we pull back, we're gonna work on figuring out a weakness. It's not your fault that Norwich is going to be destroyed. There's nothing anyone could do. I know. There's no way we could defeat it. What are you looking at? I woke to a familiar sound of a bell ringing off in the distance. I had a bad feeling about what can come to the moment I woke up in my warm bed. The calamity is probably going to come today. This happens every time I wake up to the sound of the bell. A storm appears without any warning. Just like what happened in Tangle. My everyday life ended on what began as a normal day, just like any other. Oh man, I really don't know if I can do this. I've come a long way with everyone's help, but this is still beyond me. I can't do this. I'm not strong. I'm not ready. I still don't feel as though I can save Britain. Every time I wake up, I think about sneaking away and leaving all this behind. But I'm the child of prophecy. That's what everyone who raised me is counting on me to be. They believe in me so much that they sacrificed their own lives to send me on my way. So I have to at least try. I have to at least overcome my timid nature. Honestly, I couldn't care less about all those things. But betraying that star is the one thing I can't ever do. That said, I can't be that thing. I don't have a chance. That thing is terrifying. Yeet. There we go. It's okay. It's one or the other. Which will it be? Oh, sorry. That's wrong. It's one or the others. Which won't be? Not too late to make our escape. Everyone's saying it's okay to run away. No one would blame me if I did. They'll just be disappointed after all. That's all. And you could always come back from disappointments. As soon as you do something impressive, they forget all about it. So why am I hesitant to say we should run? I want to run. I can't do this. I'm scared. I don't want to, but... Turning to the side, I saw Emps looking at me with the same... Oh man. Turning to the side, I saw Emp looked up at that thing with the same expression I wore. He's just like me. He's just like me, for real, for real. He's been given an impossible task. He's been sent on the battlefield even though he can't fight on his own. But he can't say no. So he just stands there saying nothing. So then, I have to say it for him. I'll be the one to say it's okay to run. Yeah, that's right. I'll make this choice for him. But just as I open the mouth that we should run. Aw. I saw her. a shining star pulling her way through the crowd into the heart of disaster. I saw the other child of prophecy swallowing her fears and running straight at the thing with fierce determination. And I saw life return into M's eyes just as he watched her go. Oh, Mash, what a shame. I guess no one could stop her. Oh, man. But I guess it's no surprise. She really is a child of prophecy at this point. That's what everyone her expects of her. And she chose to try to live up to her hopes. She must have shown a story for herself that ends with her dying here. Emp, I'm most sorry to say this, but I'll be right back, Da Vinci. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm coming with you too. Orion, make sure the fairies get out there safely. What? Well, I'll be damned. Never saw this twist coming. Alright, get going. Sometimes you gotta throw cash into the wind. You Chaldeans haven't made it this far, so I'm gonna trust you made it out. You'll make it out of this too. Holy shit, that thing is huge. And that giant's gonna fall on the harbor. That's one way of attacking. Is it trying to prostrate itself or something? Still, crude as it might be, it's definitely gonna be strong enough to blow up the whole harbor anyway. Any questions, Imp? Where's Mash? She's already on the pier with her round shield ready. She's gonna try and stop it. She's gonna try to stop that thing by herself, but even she can't hold that thing back on her own. As a Tails tactical advisor, my own advice: if you're to head back now, you can still make it out of here alive, Imp. Well, have you got any reason to ignore that advice? So I have to ask you, do you still want to concern yourself with Mash? Even though she might never remember you, or go back to being the Mash you knew. So what? So what? Now then, let's return to this to the girl's story, just for a little bit. Just do what I say, and the other clan heads will never know, never need to know what about you. I can keep you safe from the Queen's peering eyes. Spirit did her best to convince her to stay inside, but she was having none of it. As soon as she learned about the Moors had arrived, she chose to leave. Not through the a heavily guarded exit on the ground floor. Instead, she left through the bell tower in the castle, kept all the way down to Northwich without hesitation. Such daring, such bravery, such courageousness. Wait, what courageousness? I got a little carried away. Forget about that. Anyway, upon landing at Norwich, the girl drew most of Morg's attentions away from the local fairies, give them a chance to escape. Now, there was just a big eye in the sea, the cursed hand rising up from the ocean. Even the girl couldn't help but flinch upon seeing it. But on hearing the fairy screams, she found her nerves once more. She ran from the harbor as fast as she could to face down the monster on the pier. Ooh, that's horrifying. She knew at once she couldn't stop it from destroying the harbor, no matter how hard she tried. But even so, she could still exert some of the impact. Even if the whole harbor is crushed, she might still be able to save some of its residents. That hope was enough for her to release her shield, but then she saw something unbelievable. Tim! The human she had met at the town square yesterday came running into the harbor. The girl was so overwhelmed with an indestructible feeling of joy and relief that she couldn't help but say something. Stop! You need to get out of here. In a few seconds, the entire harbor will be destroyed. She shouted as loud as she could, but a human didn't stop. Why not? Could he not? Could he not hear her over the sound of her shield and the curse crashing? No, that wasn't it. As he ran down to the pier toward her, he shouted even more loudly than the girl that he wasn't going to give up. He placed her hand on the girl's shield, the girl's back without a word. It told her he wasn't going to leave her alone, that he would be there to support her. That girl was so moved by the kind gesture that it made her remember she was human too. That's right. Human feels pains when they're hurt, and then when they're frightened by terrible monsters. What's even scarier is the idea of harm coming to someone who cares about you, supports you. You don't need to worry about me. I'm the child of prophecy. Please, just care about. She tried to put on a brave face one last time, like a child lying about being okay. By my command, seals. Huh? I don't care if you're the child of prophecy or not. His voice resounded through her back. The fire in her veins spread through, from her heart down to her fingertips. Just show this thing what you're really made of, MASH. This is how a prophecy is defiled. Now, even Oscar could have seen this scene coming. Yes, that's right. That's exactly right, Master. The wall of Camelot repelled the cursed hands. They proved most effective against it. Its collapse prevented, the calamity recognized that the creature standing before it is its enemy. Small, impotent enemy who dared to protect the land of the Fae in the face of the threat it poses. Now, come, Mash. Let's beat this. Let's send this thing packing. Okay, I want to take a picture of it. A familiar voice jolted her memory. She was no longer Alex, nor the child of prophecy. She was a knight who had inherited the holy shield, the servant of Chaldea. Right, Master. Please, lend me your strength. Together, I'm sure we can repel this calamity. I may not be the child of prophecy, but right now, in this moment, what I want more than anything is to keep this city safe. The girl's name was Mash Carolite. She was a child of prophecy everyone everywhere believed in, and who had finally found something she wanted to fight for herself. Yippee! Okay, I need something that does damage. Okay, you know what? Because I want to. I think it's BB that's closer. I need BB to actually grow it. I still want to get bond points as much as possible, but I can imagine it's probably going to be a difficult fight. So I am going to... Wait, hold on. Oh, shit. I didn't notice it was Da Vinci there. That was Altair for a second. Okay, that's actually going to change my plans a little bit more. No, actually, I could probably actually fight with this. Okay, and you're gonna actually have to be the main damage dealer, so let's get you to see a card I was giving you before. This one? No, it's not that one. That's where you, here you are. Alright, let's try this out. I guess I should just use it to gather information. Oh shit.
キラキラしてるステータスアップこれで耐えます
Okay, Interesting.
強きそれは黄金律にも種類があるのさ。私の強きそれはいいって命令か。
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a bit difficult. I don't have a way to actually self-clean the curses that are gonna be put on me. I mean, Master could at very least survive all this, and probably with well, Da Vinci also has her her actual like prevention of actually getting hit with the curses with Golden Body. Okay, let's see how much it does. Okay, 80, that's pretty bad actually. Yeah, there we go. That's what we like to see, maybe. Okay. Okay. We need to get a master spam that, because like I am not gonna be able to survive much damage if it keeps on critting. Or what? What? So, what was that? What did it just say? What was that? What was that? Return. Okay, but hold on. It just said some more shit. I did not like that. Increased your damage to create about when each curse states. Increased debuff chance rates against Fae. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, that's better. That's just smarter. Oh shit, I don't think we want to see what the Noble Phantasm does. Alright, no, Mash still has her invincibility, and I should be able to get her MP. So we should be fine. Get her! Get her, boy! Get her!
それは全ての傷、全ての栄光を癒す我らの故郷。権限せよ、ロードキャメロット。
Ooh, that's not great. That's not good. 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 Huma. fuck was that? That was so much damage. That was way too much damage. That do it. I'm fucked. I did not build this team to be like actually advantageous to me. Okay. I might as well just put this on because I don't want to fade out quickly. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's do this. Alright, hopefully Da Vinci kills that one. Or at the very least gets it close enough. Where was it? Okay, that's pretty close. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. We're down to the last bar. We should have Masarame's actually in the back, so just in case. What are you doing? His guts. He has guts. Just tell me it's just it's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing, right? It's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing. It's one-time. It's a one-time thing. Okay, go ahead. Menu, stupid guy. Okay, we're gonna have to get Da Vinci because Da Vinci's doing a lot more damage than anyone else. Well, at the very least, we're MP. I was not paying attention to the fact that she. Of course. Why didn't I not see that? Well, Mash is dead. That sucks. Mash is gonna have to go out. She's not surviving this. Yeah, she's definitely not surviving this. Yeah, okay. Shit, did he heal for that? Okay. Wait, hold on. Da Vinci's overcharge. Let's see. Overcharge, increased effectiveness. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Overcharge. Okay. If that's the case, that's probably for the best. Okay. Wait, how much damage was that? Okay, Muramas, I need to see how much damage you do. I am hoping and praying right now. It's actually not that bad. Oh, holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Alright, Uramasa, you know what? That actually surprised me. I did not expect you to do that much damage. That's actually way more than I thought. Holy shit. Oh man, that much sucks for Altoria, because she's like right there. She did not do anything in that fight. Yippee. Yippee, I got nothing. No way. The Calamity, it's disappearing. We did it. We really did it, Senpai. I can't believe it. We actually defeated the Calamity. We sure did, Mash. Oh, right. There's no time to be celebrating, is it? I'm back, Senpai. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I put you through. Welcome back, Mash. And don't worry about it. We're just glad to see you're safe. See you again, and you're safe too. And we have a lot of catching up to do. But now we can wait until later. First, we gotta introduce the locals who've been helping us out. Well, she's really part of the team at this point. Oh, there she is. Hey, over here. Altair, this is Mash, Emperor's main servant. Emp? Mash? This is Altair Caster. She's Emperor's owner. This Lostbelt's King Arthur, the Child of Prophecy, and a powerful mage. I guess I technically am the Child of Prophecy, but powerful. King Arthur. It's mortifying being called any of that around you when you're so incredibly strong. I'm sorry. If I've been out there, that thing would have knocked me all the way back to the nameless forest with one flick of its finger. I'm sorry. I couldn't do anything against the Calamity. I'm sorry for being so weak. I'm sorry. So, your name's Altair, and you're the child of you're the real Child of Prophecies. None of that at all. If anything, I'm the one who should be apologized for calling myself the Child of Prophecy. Even though I didn't know about you at all the time, and I didn't know that you can actually make it up. I didn't know how I could make it up to you. But hang on. What was that about you owning Senpai? I'm still struggling to actually make sense of this. Wait, I just realized it may be a ploy to actually hide Senpai from Chaldea. And you're teasing me, right, Da Vinci? Mash is still cute. Did you do that on purpose, Da Vinci? Aw, look, they're hitting it off. I had a feeling that they would get along despite the differences, and it looks like I was right. Anyway, that takes care of two of our main objectives, expelling the Calamity and riding with Mash. But there's still one thing we have left to do in Northwich. That's right, the Bella Pilgrimage. I think we earned the right to ring it after coming this far, correct? I don't know. I mean, I didn't actually do anything. Plus, it was Mash and Emp who defeated the Calamity. So, I don't really think I qualified to ring the bell. No, that's not true, Altair. I knew you fought with everything you had to protect Northwich. That it was me who defeated the Calamity was just a coincidence. Besides, I'm certain it was more than I'm certain it takes more than defeating a Calamity to be the Child of Prophecy. All I did was follow my heart, just like you were doing. So please, I want you to ring the bell. Don't worry, I'll clear with Spriggan. I see. You know, you're not exactly what I was expecting from what Em told me about you. But you really are a great person, aren't you, Mash? Come to think of it, the Calamity Pool is still here. Oh yeah, that's weird. Why is that rain cloud still here? Even though we got rid of the Clement. Oh shit. Look out. Mash? Ow, 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 ow. Now I know what it feels like. What a football feels like. Huh? Mash? Mash? Mash! What? Did you see that for yourself? She disappeared after knocking you guys out of the way. That was Morgan's water mirror. She usually just uses against calamity. I didn't know why you guys were just standing around when you see it right there. Man, you humans from nowhere aren't big on caution, are you? Or is it just how you were taught? Oh well. Either way, my job's still the same. Come on, Em. Get your ass off the ground already. Mash is safe. She's just not here anymore. The water mirror is a teleportation spell, so she's just somewhere else in Britain right now. Don't worry. You two will see each other soon. I'll be super pissed if you don't. And if you're going to make that happen, you need to stand up straight like a proper groom for your bride and do what needs to be done. Who are you? Huh? Well, unless you got the spirit, I say you just barely pass. Nice to meet you, people of Kadir. I'm Habitrot. You can think of me as, let's say, Mash's manager. I'm a little fairy with a big heart, and I'm ready to help you on your journey at no cost to you. But only until you and Mash reunite, mind you. Anyway, now that we're on the same figurative boat, you better be careful, better be grateful I'm sticking around. Oh, Mash. Wait, let me check something right now. I want to see if I have access to Twitter right at this point. Oh, limited time. Oh shit, dude. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get her. Oh, I have like an hour left to go. Fuck. Damn you, Elon. What the fuck? Why can't I tell the Supreme Court to go choke on one? But apparently, other people just say unhinged shit, like way more unhinged shit. But apparently, no, it's too far. If like you tell the Supreme Court that they fucking suck, that they fucking should choke on a dick. Ooh, that's so dangerous and threatening. Ooh, totally not calling people groomers or anything. It's fucking stupid ass policy, I swear. Good for nothing. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's see, how much do I... Ooh, okay, hold on. I'm super desperate at this point. I might actually have to drop like $20 on this. It'd really suck if I have to, but I don't want to drop $20. I'm hoping this is a summon. Please let it be the song. Let it be it. Let it be it. Come on. Give me luck. Give me. Come on, Jesus, please. That's me. Oh. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna get her, guys. I don't think I'm strong enough. That is unless I play a lot of the story. Okay, I've only been at this for 2 hours. My voice is starting to go out. Oh man, this food is so good. Zephyr never had anything like this. Hey, can I get more of that pastel stuff? I love twirling around on my fork. Snort. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have 1 or 2 more whole carrot cakes. No, not 2 whole slices, 2 whole cakes. That was so sad to see everything was all said and done by the time I was able to finish my detour around the river and finally make it to Northwish. So not to ease my broken heart with a natural sweetness, I don't think I'll be able to draw a carriage again. Ah, it's great that you guys were able to protect Northwich. And it's great that you have more new strange friends. But it sounds as though it might have gotten a little more complicated. You were finally united with Matching, only to be torn away yet again. And outside... The Child of Prophecy saved Northwich. The Child of Prophecy would defeat the Queen. We don't have to listen to Morgan anymore. child prophecy protects us. Now it's our time to pay her back. No more shipments to Camelot. Send weapons to London. Long live the child of prophecy. Long live the true King of Britain. You did it, Altair. You won. True. In fact, between saving Northwich and repelling the Calamity, he might have won a little too much. Now that the fairies of Northwich are all completely on the Child of Prophecy's side, the Queen's not going to just sit and do nothing. She's gonna start by sending her army after us, huh? Now that I've taken care of the Calamity, it's gonna be an all-out war with her fairy soldiers. Oh, right. I guess we did kind of openly rebel, didn't we? Now I'm also worried about Mash and where Morgan's water mirror might have taken her. The fairies there just keep on harping about how Mash is no longer in danger, and we definitely got to see her again. Well, yeah, that's all guaranteed that you're gonna. Yeah, that's all guaranteed you're gonna get from little old Hobbycat, since it's all I know for sure. But I could say that you shouldn't be able to run yourself ragged, looking all over Britain for her right now. Like you said, good things will come to those who wait, and joyful evenings must follow sorrowful mornings. You're just full of singing, aren't you, Hobbycat? At this rate, it's not a good idea to go outside without a plan right now. If you're not careful, you'll unwittingly end up inciting these fairies further down the path of rebellion. The smartest move, of course, would be to wait until nightfall to sneak out of Northwich, assuming you wouldn't have someone else to go. Maybe we can go back to Silvera for now. Nope, I don't think it's a good idea. Regardless of how we pulled off, we were successful at repelling the Calamity and saving Northwich. We can't let the opportunity of this victory provide us to go to waste. Really, it's a miracle we even have them. Opportunities, I mean. I didn't mention this before because it would be demotivating, but the prophecy originally not only said that Calamity would be banished, but that Northwich would be destroyed. I see. So you wanted to meet Spirit and demand payment for defending Northwich. And that's right. We're going to tighten the screws while the Northwich fairies are still on our side. Let us ring the bill of pilgrimage, or we help your citizens kick you out of power. Let's see what he says to that. But of course, how would I say no to the saviors of Northwich? Huh. There is something about this fairy. Yes. Is there something to say to my face? No. I see. Then may I proceed? Thank you. Okay, picky bitch. You find that the bell tower is right above us. While I can't show you the way, give my obedience to the queen, I have no problem with you heading up there and ringing it yourself. If the matter ever comes up, we could just say I was careless in deciding too light a security detail. If it ever comes up, and you confirm that version of the events, I'll be very appreciated. Well, you heard him, man. He may be downright terrified of his citizens revolting on him. Come on, Altair. Let's go ring that bell and be done with this place. Altair? I'm sorry. I can't do it. Ringing Northwich would mean declaring war on Queen Morgan, and I'm just not ready to do that yet. Besides, I'm not the one who saved Northwich. Mash is. So it's not as though the people of Northwich have really accepted me. Oh, I see. Waiting for just the right time to... I can certainly respect that. You're not nearly as naive you appear to be. Indeed, ringing the bell here and now wouldn't be the most moral choice. If you really wish to rally more soldiers to your cause and to be delivered with your bloodshed, there are other steps you must take first. Yeah? Like what? I'm trying to say is that there's still many fairies who are loyal to the Queen. After all, she single-handedly protected Britain for the March for over 2,000 years. However, the the rest of her rule may be, her accomplishments speak for themselves. So it wouldn't be right to declare war on her only because the prophecies say so. First, you need to prove yourself prove that yours is the side of justice and integrity. If you can't do that, it would make the child prophecy no less barbaric, greater than the Saxons. How do you know about the Saxons? So you're saying that we should send a letter explaining our intention and demanding the queen for her failures before, or condemning the queen for her failures before ringing any bells? That's right. If you were to write such a letter, I would be happy to deliver it to the queen herself. But fortunately, there's also no need for one. As it happens, I just spoke with the queen, and she says, in recognition of a child of prophecy and the foreign invader defense of Northwich, notwithstanding the role of your luck and your success, I am willing to grant them an audience. I shall treat them as guests who has accomplished a rare and unusual feat. Shall they wish to speak on any particular matter, I will hear them on this occasion. But the queen's telling us that I were to speak to her. Oh, really? Hey, why don't we just jump straight into the pit and save her the trouble of killing us? Does Morgan really think we'll fall for such a blatant, obvious trap? I can assure you, this is no trap. Whoever she is, the queen does believe the importance of quorum. If she is prepared to welcome you as guests, you can trust no harm will come to you. As our supreme monarch, her every word carries a great deal of weight. If it didn't, she could never have united all 6 clans under her rule. Now I see. We can't start a war against her without declaring it first. And the queen cannot kill the child of prophecy without a damn good reason. Especially now that she's gone and saved Northwich. Politically speaking, she's gotta prove the justice of her rule, just as we gotta prove the opposites. Which means it all comes down to which side has to say so. Sounds like it's worth taking her up on her invitation. And I agree with Matsurame. Besides, I really want to know more about the queen myself. So far, all we really know about Morgan is her name. I'd like to speak with her directly so I could find out what she's thinking and what she really wants. That said, if we're really going, we of course need to assist that we're able to leave safely too. So she'll need to prove that our truce will remain in place for a while, even if the meeting doesn't go all that well. Naturally. In fact, she's already promised as much. It's all in this letter, which my fellow clan heads have also received copies of. Huh? What do you think, Imp? If it guarantees our safety, we should definitely give her a piece of our mind. Huh? Oh, why do you sound like you're already set to pick a fight? Think about it. She wouldn't do this if she thought you were an actual threat. Oh, so that's why you're so upset. Okay, let's do this. Honestly, I'm pretty pissed off too. What the hell does she mean, notwithstanding the role of the luck of your success? There was no luck involved. Mash and I worked super hard to save this town. I see. Okay. If you're also sure about this, maybe accepting this invitation is the right move. Plus, their decisions on not ringing the bell at this point also makes more sense to me this way. If she had rang the bell, it would officially made the Queen and the Child of Prophecy political enemies. And then, this invitation would be moot. Is that right, Spriggan? I'm afraid you had to draw your own conclusions there. I'm not at liberty to comment. What Rion was it? I'm not sure if you see yourself as a fairy in Britain before. I don't think I've seen a fairy like you in Britain before. You're quite a nuisance, aren't you? Very well. I'll send a message to the Count's house tomorrow, and they'll take you to meet with the Queen's troops, who will be waiting for you outside the city. So the Queen's own troops are going to escort us to Camelot, huh? Can I ask who's leading those troops? Well, of course, you'll be escorted by the first round knight, Morgan's More Extermination Brigade, led by Captain Garwin. That's right. Timlin Garwin herself will be providing you all with a safe passage to Camelot's. Oh shit, that's gonna be a cat fight. Huh? What was that, Lady Sparrow? I can't hear you very well. What was that about happening with the black armored child of prophecy again? She's dead. Dead as a door now. Mother's water mirror got her in Northwich. They say she vanished completely, armor or all, without so much of a finger left behind. What a joke, right? Surely she was really strong, but she couldn't even last a second against Mother. Guess I won't get to torture her anymore. Huh? Barry? Something wrong? Did I say something I shouldn't have? It's not at all. There's nothing worth worrying about that news, Lady Spiral. It's such obviously misinformation. It's not even creative enough to be interesting. Huh? But isn't Mash your girlfriend? How could it not be worthy that she's dead? It's simple. She just vanished, right? No body, no death. Besides, I might end up dying before her. But there's no way Mashy could die before me. Never. That's just not how the god of romance rolls. She'll end up taking a long and courteous path to get here, but eventually, Mash will make her way to me. After all, she and I are destined to be together. What the fuck is this guy? What is this romance that's happening between them? What the fuck is happening? What? Intro? What? Oh shit! I get. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it there because my voice is starting to get shot a little bit. Okay, I just want to check. But thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna. I want to continue this story real bad, so I'm definitely gonna stream tomorrow. But no, thanks for coming. I hope you had me reading it out. I'm gonna continue doing this probably for as long as I can. But eventually, at some point, because it takes longer to read this than like doing it on my own, I might like at some point just read by myself up to a certain point. Honestly, I'm gonna have to check because I also want more. Honestly, it's a lot slower doing it like this, and getting same quirks, which I want to use to roll for, little Faye Lancelot. So, until next time, see you guys later.